Likes and dislikes, haha! Vroom vroom, gearhead!
Aye folks, Happy New Year, and I hope you have a fun time during Christmas.
Omar's actual goal is to convert all ye heathens to the Muslim religion.
I was playing Assassin's Creed 3 for the last 2 days. The game was good, but the story development wasn't as we were expecting. And even though the game has its moments, the game has its downs.
What Omar actually means is, why the fuck wasn't this game better? We wait all this fucking time for closure to an epic plot, and this is what we fucking get.
Let's talk about the graphic options. Let's just say, graphic option is not one of Assassin's Creed point of strengths. It gives you too little, and that is why most of whom played the game suffered the low frame rate, because they can't tweak the game according to their PC specs.
What Omar is actually trying to say is, sweet Jesus, the game was coded like shit and ported to the PC. This makes my dick limp.
Here comes the story. Desmond needs to run the Grand Temple, but he needs the key to open it. So, he rides the animals back to his ancestor Connor Kenway, which was a Native American who was in lost contact with the key. The story of Connor Kenway is happening during the American Revolution against the British rule.
What the fuck is up with Omar's accent? What's he trying to do?
It is a Scottish, and how dare you?
Oh, my bad, dude. Continue how you want.
But Ubisoft leaked information about making 2 other sequels based on Assassin's Creed 3, like they did with Assassin's Creed 2, so maybe the story of Connor is just beginning. Connor's character is not immersive enough to players, and there are many characters in this sequel that outranks him.
What Omar means is, they're only fucking milking the franchise. What a bunch of rubbish.
The sound.
Are you sure about that? Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. No, you don't stick right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought.
I was saying that Connor was a Native American, and he spoke with his family in a Native American language, which is good because it's very authentic. However, it is, no offense, not very amusing. At some point you will want to skip this cinematic just to stop the unfamiliar sound of the language. It is as bad as an Egyptian guy speaking Scottish, and I am a native Egyptian who speaks Scottish.
What Omar actually means is, stop fucking annoying us with good narrative and an excellent plot. Wait. I'm not sure what he's actually trying to say here.
Sound effects and soundtracks are good, but most remarkable thing about this game is the variety of British accents. Kinda makes you wish that USA didn't actually rebuild the British invasion at all.
What Omar is saying is, Canada should invade the US for no reason and teach the US citizens how to use the word A.
Let's move to gameplay. The gameplay outranks the former versions of the franchise, and weapons are cool. Moves are flexible, free running is more interactive, which makes the character more often to climb everything, even if you don't want it to do. However, it's cool when you do it right, and probably you will, but when you don't, you will just look silly.
What Omar means is, your character will randomly run up walls and objects for no fucking reason. It can lead to you grinding your teeth during intense moments of action. What the fuck were they thinking?
The game is more combat based, so you spend more time fighting, less time running around and building things, which is why we play games. Can someone tell these guys that we need something to hit with a big shiny stick?
What Omar is implying is, he has a small mind and don't like strategic games like Civilization 5. I love RTS games and think if they're going to include this sort of thing in a game, they must do it right.
Double counterattack is one of the most distinctive things about this game, as you will take down 2 enemies with one subtle and very agile move. You will also be fighting people, as well as hunting/fighting wild animals, not to mention the navy fights that you will be leading.
Omar is saying the combat is fucking fantastic and stands out from its predecessors.
Environment is well designed and very fun to explore as well, but to some extent. The game also have few bugs, but not too many as to ruin the experience.
What Omar actually means is the game is full of fucking glitches and bugs, and this should have been addressed before that fucking game was released. It feels rushed, and Ubisoft should stick a fucking Pepsi bottle up their ass.
Graphics. As expected, better than the former versions, but not the leap forward that is Crysis 3. By the way, you will really like how the weapons in corner pockets jiggle when he runs.
What Homer should have said is, the graphics are shit, they should have been leaps and bounds better than this crap. That being said, the game looks good, but it could have been fucking better. And when I personally played the game, I was impressed with the water effects. I had to point that out. It looks fucking fantabulous.
Secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
In conclusion, the game is fun, well developed, will force you to respect it, and has its moments, but definitely not the best game of 2012.
What Omar means is that he was disappointed with the obvious port. What a bunch of redneck, retarded hillbillies. They should have been all took in the back of a building somewhere and shot for their disrespect of PC gamers.
I think that said it all.
What Omar means is, yeah, fuck you, Ubisoft. Oh, and is the game distinctive? Well, yes and no. The game is clearly an Assassin's Creed game, which is a good thing, but there's nothing so different about it to point out. However, the ship battles are beautiful, and if they made a game just of this, it would sell. Here's to seeing a ship battle game in this era. Remember a game called Uncharted Waters? It's an old NES game, or even a Super NES game. I think it released one Super NES. Imagine a game like that, except with full-on 21st century graphics. Now that would be a fucking game.
Here, folks. Until we meet again, this is Omar signing off. Arr.
What Omar means is...
Over there!